Welcome back everybody, this is Kato coming back at you with another Let's Play. Today, we are doing Mary's Room. Now apparently this is somebody who is a friend of Mary's going through their experience because apparently Mary is asked her to grab something from an old room or an old apartment or something. I'm not quite sure exactly what's going on. But we're going through Mary's room, I guess being a sleeper, and figure out the past of Mary between the Mary and the main character. And that's all I got. So, let's get into it. And I do hope it has subtitles.
I didn't want to come back. Why would I, after all that's happened, even in here? So, where is the journal?
Alright, so I'm looking for a journal. Alright. Pictures. Oh, it changes. Oh. Oh, that's really cool. It changes between two pictures. And this is... Alright. Oh, that's really cool. What the heck was that? Thought I heard something. Oh, okay. I'm supposed to hold it.
Look, Mr. Torres, I'm happy he finally got remarried. A honeymoon in the Bahamas. Wish I was there with them.
Alright, so it's not her dad. It might be Mary's dad.
Is that me? Oh my god, the hair. What was I thinking?
Hmm. Now this seems to be more of a more soothing gameplay, where you just, just find out the story.
California crisp white wines. I'll need a crate of those when I get out of here. What, more than 100 again today? Glad I don't have to deal with that anymore.
I can't interact. Door, can't interact. Why am I up here? I heard something.
I don't want to go back down.
Okay, fine. So,
No, that's her parents' room.
okay.
Don't need to go in there. That's the bathroom.
Well, okay then. Oh, can I turn on? Oh, I can't turn on the lights. Can I turn on? I want to turn on the lights. I just got an achievement that says welcome back Kelsey. So I guess I'm playing as Kelsey. I remember these glow in the dark stickers. I used to have them when I was a kid up on the roof of my room. Me and my brother shared a room, and one day my mom and dad gave us a whole bunch of them and let us put them all up on the ceiling so we can look up at the stars. Now, granted, we had bunk beds, and my brother wasn't a fan of the top bunk, so I was the one that was able to see them. Map.
She wouldn't talk to me on the phone, so what else could I do? I drove all the way up there to Vancouver, freezing my ass off in that tin can of a car.
Okay, so something happened. I don't know if it was between Kelsey and Marie, or Marie and her parents.
Of course I knew it was her. Who else? There's only one thing to do. Get to Marie.
She had a kitty named Bumblebee. Aww. I'm guessing that's the journal. I don't want to do that yet. Let me look around. I guess I can't look around.
Hi, Kelsey. Yes, I'm talking to you. I know you've been reading my journal. Can I ever forgive you for what you did? Honestly, I don't know. I'm trying really hard, but I don't know how. Because I don't understand any of it. You were my friend, and I loved you unconditionally. I did what I did because of you, and I stood up to him because of you. But you, I don't know. Right now, I can't be near you, so I don't want you to come find me. I promise I'll be alright. Marie.
Except she wouldn't be. She would not be all right.
Wait, what?
Have you ever peeled an orange so juicy the drops erupted from underneath its skin like fireworks in the setting sun? The trees in Mr. Jones's garden had them. I used to live off his garden vegetables and fruit before I met Trevor. Sometimes it got so hot, this thing wasn't doing it anymore. Then we'd take off to Mr. Jones's swimming pool. That night, I guess he must have seen us.
Sorry guys, I really like the music, but I have to turn it off because I don't know if it's copyrighted. Unfortunately, I don't have the music, uncopyrighted music at the moment, so you have to deal with my voice. I do apologize for that.
I wore those a lot, not to protect my eyes, but to hide them. I didn't want anyone to know. Trevor, what an asshole. After we broke up, he got violent sometimes. One day, he dragged me through the school hall by my shirt until one of Marie's geek friends stopped him. Ben, I think it was. He got a lot of shit for it later. Yes. The science project. Of all people, they chose to pair me with the girl from Food Rescue. Outrageous. But I got over it and chose to work my ass off. I had to if I wanted to get that scholarship.
Ooh.
Chemistry holds no surprises. Love that. Hated that thing. Trevor was never far off, though. When Marie and I rode our bikes through dark nights just to get a taste of those perfect oranges, I knew he was lurking in the shadows. I never told her, but I think that's how he found us. He followed us back to the room. She wouldn't stop about time travel and black holes and stuff. I just wanted to do something simple. Calculate shit. Boring is what she said. Her, the weird kid, talked boring. So yeah, we settled on antimatter, because who wants to be boring? Mr. Torres. Thick as thieves, those two. Ever since Lorraine died, they only had each other. Marie was suffering when he was in intensive care. That was a nasty knife wound. Have you seen this man? Yeah, I've seen him.
Guess you're the so-called man. Journal updated. How do I check my journal?
I thought I was so lucky. An adoring boyfriend, free burgers from the kitchen he worked in, sparkly things he bought me. I thought if I took care of him, he'd take care of me, and we'd get out, just in case I didn't get that scholarship. I had no idea where the money came from.
Alrighty then. So Trevor is a bad dude. Oh wait, I need to check the map.
Marie always dreamed about going to Europe. I don't think she ever went. La La Land. That movie was a shit piece of crap. Glad Trevor snuck us in. I don't think I could have handled wasting $20 on that. Never thought I'd see Marie there. Then again, she always was a dreamer. I bet she loved it.
Oh, no.
La La Land.
Sorry.
That movie was a shit piece of crap. Glad Trevor snuck us in. I don't think I could have handled wasting $20 on that. Never thought I'd see Marie there. Then again, she always was a dreamer. I bet she loved it. She never realized I didn't want to be her friend in public.
Ooh. Not a good friend. There we go. I don't know which one's going to continue the story.
That she kept the stone. Why did she have to be reminded? I told her I was sorry, but she said it was for me, to remind me. She hated my cigarettes. Every time I felt like going out and buying a pack, she made me put the money in that money jar. One day, that money would pay for our gas to drive to college. We only needed money for the one way. I ended up using it to get to Vancouver. Marie insisted on saving these. She was going to make a new world with them, whatever that was supposed to be. I've never actually seen her build anything.
So you can see these things are actually glowing. They do lose their glow after a while. Apparently they were supposed to be made of a material that soaked in sunlight, and that's how they got the glow. As a kid, I always believed it because, well, they glowed for a long time.
She asked me why I was so angry all the time, and I told her because it's a dirty deal. It's Russian roulette and utterly unfair. The cards I'd been dealt, any player would have passed. I chose to be angry instead. But Marie, my friend Marie, she got me a new deck and suggested I deal again. We had money, you see? He bought me things. I was gonna wear these to the prom. Fancy, right? At the time, I didn't know where the money came from. Every Tuesday, the food trucks would roll in. Me and Marie never missed Jorge's tamales. When I was a kid, Jorge would put some aside, just in case my mom was too drunk to feed me again. Food rescue. Yeah, it was a good place to be, until Marie showed up. I know she didn't mean anything by it, but the pity in her eyes. Worse than being hungry. I couldn't afford a car, and Marie didn't want one, so we rode our bikes everywhere. I thought I looked silly, and with those damn sparkly shoes, I probably did. Yeah, I was losing my glamour status at school right there. She loved being a birthday girl. Mr. Torres would take her shopping every year. I loved skinny dipping, but Marie insisted on wearing this thing. Really, I mean, it was Mr. Jones's pool, after dark. No one would ever come close to the freak. And he wasn't there, just to be clear. But someone else was. I need to find the key. A 5-figure number.
Okay, that that might actually be. Oh, here we go. We had a party today celebrating 3 years of food rescue. I was there. All those happy, familiar faces loved it. Kelsey came in. Never took her for one of the hungry. I don't think she knows my name, but everyone knows hers. She's gorgeous. Surprising. So, I could see the shame in her eyes when she had to accept a bag of groceries from me. Still, I couldn't take my eyes off her. If this world allows someone like Kelsey Jackson to be hungry, it must be everywhere. So I'm going to fight it with everything I've got. Oh my gosh. They put me on Kelsey's team. My heart races wherever I stop to think of it. Don't think she's all that pleased though. I wonder whether she remembers me from food rescue. God, I hope not. I feel so connected to her. Isn't that weird? I'd love for us to be friends. She's just amazing. Can't wait to start working on our science project. Did you get that? Our project. I feel like I'm going to explode from excitement. Oh, here we go. We're all just matter. That's what Kelsey keeps saying. And she's right. But matter is also life. But life is something you need to take care of. She likes to be out on a limb. She says she's got nothing to lose. Bam. She didn't even realize what she was saying. Or maybe I'm too sensitive. Guess that'll show me. To believe that we were friends? I guess I am a shadow person after all. I think she's gonna break her neck, by the way. See if I care. I apologize for reading all this, but I think it really pertains to the story. And I mean, my recording's not that bad, so I think I'd be able to do it. I'm trying to ignore the fact that all of Kelly's cute stuff is paid for with Trevor's money. He is such a creep. I don't get what she sees in him. She says I'm jealous, as if. Thing is, she thinks she needs him to get away from all of this, but she doesn't. She got away from her mom all on her own. Kelsey's the smartest, coolest, sweetest person you can imagine. She doesn't need anyone to get her out. She can do that on her own. Too bad she doesn't believe that herself yet. Fuck, I am so stupid. Finally got to see La La Land. They showed it on Classics Night in the theater. I went with Ben. Loved it. Kelsey was there too. I was so happy to see her. I actually freaking hugged her. And she pushed me away. Asked me what I thought I was doing. And that Trevor asshole was enjoying the show. And her stupid cheerleader friends. Ooh, no. Okay. This is actually something that's kind of hitting home a little bit. When I was growing up in elementary school and part of middle school, I was the outcast. I was the one that everybody teased. And believe it or not, in middle of 6th grade, my mom pulled me out for homeschool. So I was homeschooled through the rest of 6th grade, all of 7th and all of 8th. And I kind of, even though I had not exactly a good childhood, I still wanted to go back to school. So the school that was within my district, my mom didn't exactly like. So she started searching, and she found a more of a technical school. And it was a vocational school. It was a tech school where you can actually pick a tech area, which was really close to our house. And she went in and talked to the principal, and looked at it, really liked it. So I went in with her, and we had the interview with the principal. Now, granted, this is near the middle, maybe near the end of summer, where the application process is already over. And to go into the school, you actually had to. Now, granted, it was open to the public, but you had to still go through an application process, and they would choose those that they believe is right for the school. But the principal really liked homeschool. So he told me, or told my mom, before he accepts me going into the high school, I was to take an aptitude test. And I took one in 5th grade. At the end of 5th grade, when I took it, math and science or something like that were within my grade limit, and everything was a grade under what I should be, but I was barely passing. So they let me pass. So I was struggling. I was really struggling. But after homeschool and I went to 9th grade, I did the aptitude test. I actually skipped grades in a sense. My math level was actually at a 12th grade level before I even entered 9th grade, now mind you. And everything else was at a college level. And so going through school was actually quite easy for me, going through high school. One of the things that this is hitting home with me though is that I went from being the one that was picked on, the one that was bullied, and then when I went into high school, I didn't care anymore. I didn't care what anybody thought. I just wanted to go to school, meet new kids, and actually have friends. It's kind of hard to have friends when you're homeschooled, especially when the teacher's your mom. And granted, I love my mom to death, don't get me wrong. She's done so much for me for the years, but... And then going into high school, after I adapted that thinking of, I don't care what anybody thinks of me, I immediately was able to meet some good friends. Now granted, we were the weird crowd. We had our own little group that not really many people joined. But over the years, we became friendly with a lot of people. We had friends that were jocks, we had friends that were preps, we had friends that were goth and redneck, and all those other groups that you would see in the hallway or out in the bus parking lot. And we were friends with so many of them. It was great. I really enjoyed it. Even this one kid who was special, and this I know you know what I'm talking about when I say special. Nobody wanted to hang out with him because of it, but I did. Now granted, there were times, and I will admit, there were some times that I didn't want to be seen in public with him. But most of the time I really did. I buckled down. He was genuinely a nice guy. And me adapting that thought of I don't care what anybody thinks about me kind of helped. And I still have that thinking today. I mean, I don't get very many views. I don't have that many subscribers, but I don't care. I'm doing this because I like it. I think it's fun. So that was the mentality I had in high school. So seeing this where two friends by themselves are like best friends, but yet in public one of them doesn't want to be seen with the other, it just hurts. So enough about me. Let's continue on. Okay, I've calmed down a bit. That not on night she was with Trevor. He's such an asshole. She's different when she's around him. Not that it makes it alright, but she did come straight over to tell me she was sorry. She knows she was wrong. Broke my window with that damn rock. She said if I answered the call of Pebble, she wouldn't have thrown the rock. She's been here ever since. Doesn't have anywhere to go, really, except for Trevor. I'm glad she'd rather sleep here. Right now, as I write this, she's on the bed, going over some notes from class. I like having her here, and Dad's okay with it. Oh, those sparkly shoes. She wears them all the time. Last night, the heels dug into my calf. That freaking hurt. Have you seen those heels? So I yanked them off her feet. Told her, not in the bed. She was amused. I can't think why. To be honest, I was a size 9. Because they looked absolutely gorgeous, on Kelsey's feet at least. When I tried them on, I looked like a little girl trying on mommy's shoes. You may have noticed, Sweet Journal, that there are less and less F words in these pages. I am so freaking proud. Ha! I only want to go berserk, like when Kelsey threw that rock through my window. When it's hard to keep up. Then it's hard to keep up. Did you know that as a little girl I used the curves abundantly? Trying to extend my vocabulary here? Dad thought it indicated intelligence. I guess it looked cute up until a certain age. But he said Mom hated it. So every time I used the F word, he made me put a piece of candy in the swear jar. Can't tell you how much that hurt. Every time. Because I never see it again. I think he secretly ate it. He must have rejoiced. Yup, vocabulary extensions again. Every time I swore like a madman. Mad woman. Must have. The effing swear jar. Kelsey is so angry at the world. Like all the time. It's kind of annoying. But I get it. We all have that different story to tell. So as a friend, I did the only decent thing. I told her she could do anything she wanted. She just had to make it happen, not wait for it. I told her to deal again. Not drugs. Cars. Kelsey broke up with Trevor, finally. She can do so much better than that loser. He assaulted her in the school hallway. Of course no one saw it happen, but he literally tore the clothes from her body. I promised not to swear, so there you go. But she's done with him now. Things can only get better. These are the good times that make me forget. All my troubles seem so far away. Wait a minute, is that a song? Kelsey took me night swimming at Mr. Jones' pool. I was scared shitless the first time, but 2 beers and a freshly picked orange. Chill, best nights ever. Took me forever to convince Kelsey to ride a bike because it ain't cool. Our rides are the best part of the day now. And on this day we rode them through Mr. Jones' orange grove. In broad daylight. We got home with a basket full of the juiciest golden oranges. I didn't even think about getting caught. There's been another home invasion. Just 2 blocks from here. They killed the woman this time, and the police think it's Trevor. Suppose it was him in our house? I can't wrap my head around it. It's too big, but Kelsey says it isn't true. That Trevor is a bastard, but he would never come around such a violent axe. Looking at that torn t-shirt, I think she might be in denial there. I did it. I hope I'm not going to regret this. We needed this. Beer, water, and oranges. Like so many nights before Trevor. No, I am not going to let him spoil my night at the pool with Kelsey. He who shall not be named shall not be named. Not today. Alright. How do I get back? Okay. Sorry that took a little bit longer than I wanted, but hey. I wanted to get more.
That's Trevor's phone number. He called her. I knew he blamed her for everything, though she should have blamed him for what he did to her and Mr. Torres. I'm not a shadow person. Yeah, it took me all I had to convince her she wasn't.
Alright, so I checked jacket, I checked all that, pizza boxes, ooh, drawers.
Mr. Torres and Marie were robbed in their own house, not long after we met at Food Rescue. He was stabbed, almost died. She was knocked out with a baseball bat. She was in the hospital for a while. Stitches, concussion. She still had headaches, she said.
Journal updated again.
I thought I was...
So some of this I'm gonna probably cut out and
That's
just
Marie's
do
birthday.
the...
That's weird. I guess she wrote it down for that Ben guy. For her pizza and movie party. Alright, I might have been a little jealous.
You know, just so that you can see what I picked up instead of watching me go through all of this. Let's see. Laptop I didn't go through yet. I didn't want to do that one quite yet. Open drawer.
Lorraine, Marie's mom, died when she was 5. My mother, she might as well have been dead. She looked more dead than alive, anyhow. Passed out on the couch, empty bottles of gin on the floor.
So we're really finding a lot about both of them, really. Not just Marie. Like, we know she has a cat. This is Marie's room. Both just teenage girls. I can't pick any posters here. Can I pick anything in here? No. I already picked that. Oh, t-shirt.
There's no such thing as food waste. And don't I know it? The smell of garbage will be in my nose forever, and the taste of it in my mouth. I swore I would never be that hungry again. I didn't care what it took.
And we're finding out that something happened between her and Marie. I'm guessing that it may be because she did something with Trevor after they broke up when Marie thought it was over.
Mr. Torres loved that beer. After the robbery, he only had a couple left. Apparently they were hard to come by. Still, we decided to try a bottle once. Marie loved that label. She drew it in her journal. I remember that. All that happened later that night, I'm not sure. Maybe I don't want to remember.
Ooh, did they get drunk and something happened? Okay, so, only thing that's left is, oh wait.
She once asked me, "Don't you ever dream, Kelsey?" And I said, I don't dream. I plan. What I didn't tell her was that I wouldn't allow anyone to mess with those plans.
They're not over here.
I
Oh, yeah.
need to find the key.
Okay. Alright, there was a new one. Oh, there's that. What else is new? Yeah. Oh, here we go. I think he's crazy. He keeps calling me at the most possible hours, just to yell at me, calling me names, threatening me. If I don't let Kelsey go, he'll do this or that, as if I've got her tied up in here. I now unplug the phone when I go to sleep. She called me her friend today. I'm not a shadow person anymore, she's my friend. So there's more stuff to find in this room. Just stop. Why do you keep writing this shit? I know there isn't much news in Archgrove, but it's been ages. Not literally, but you know. They're never gonna find him. I wish everyone would just stop. Leave us alone so I can forget that God awful night. What? Some think my dad was a hero for trying to stop them. Truth is, we never saw them coming. When the guy jumped and stabbed my dad, something snapped and I would have punched him. Scratched his eyes out, I swear. I think I could have killed him. But the other one got to me before I even knew there were two. I never saw their faces. Neither did my dad. So they never caught them. I'm not fearless. What? High school kids say. After that school article, people kept asking me why I did it. As if I were some kind of hero. So stupid. And I keep telling them the same story. Aren't they sick of it yet? Maybe I should publish a book, my life story. So they'll keep bugging me. So they'll stop bugging me. Crazy people. Here for the last time. Last fall I caught a kid stealing someone's lunch from a backpack as he stuffed a sandwich in his mouth. Our eyes locked, he panicked, he dropped the food and ran. I never realized some of my classmates were actually hungry. So I joined food rescue to help. There, the end. Everyone satisfied? Interesting. Alright, so I checked out pretty much everything, but did I check anything here? I can't open that. Already opened that. So yeah, I think the backpack's the only thing left.
Disgusting, but cheap. I got used to them after I didn't want to go to the food kitchen anymore. The vicious taste of these meatballs still beat the humiliation of being served by Marie.
See, that doesn't make sense. Alright, let's see what else she wrote. There it is. I screwed up. But I was worried. I'm still worried. What else could I do? Kelsey hasn't been to food rescue in a while, and I just wanted to make sure she wasn't hungry or something. So I offered her my sandwich. Ah, why'd I do that? Now we'll never be friends. Good one. Good one, Marie. Really, really well done. She looked at me like I was crazy and walked out. Now we're behind with the project too. I hope we make the deadline. Alright. So we got some space above here. We got some space above here. So that's 2. We got 3 space above here. This is completely open. That's it. So 3 spots and a full page. Or 2 full pages, should I say. Wait a minute. There's gotta be something in here. Oh! Oh yeah. Okay, so 3, 4, 9, 1. 3, 4, 9, 1. I'm missing 1. I am missing 1 because this.
I need
so
to
this
find
is
the key. A 5-figure
3,
number.
4. This is 9. This is 1. I don't.
She must have written it down here somewhere. God damn it! What is the combination?
I know I'm doing this. I know most of it.
Wrong combination. Crap. She must have. Yay! Good work, Kelsey.
No.
Oh my God. The past, like the future, is indefinite and exists only as a spectrum of possibilities. Stephen Hawking said that. I wish it were true. But there was nothing I could do about the past. It was definite as hell. Sometimes I didn't get Marie. I really thought a night by Jones's pool would help her relax. She used to love it there. But she insisted someone had been watching us. I just wanted to have a good time, and she was ruining it, so I said some things I shouldn't have. She just stood there, staring at the window. I was so annoyed, and that's when I knew she'd been right. Trevor. Right there in the room. He'd just come in through the open window. How did he find us? He didn't know where Marie and I lived. I always made sure of that. But he took an orange from his backpack and started peeling it. It had been Trevor by the pool, and he'd followed us home. He said to Marie, "I told you not to mess with me." But still, I didn't get it. No, it wasn't until he started moving in on her that I realized it was Marie. He was after Marie, He blamed her for everything, and he had a knife. I'd never seen him so angry, so evil. Marie tried to get it away from him. He asked her why she never answered her phone. Did she not read her emails? Or did she think they were hollow threats? God, I just wanted to punch him with anything I could lay my hands on. My backpack. I smashed it against his wrist, knocking the knife out of his hands. Marie went for it, but Trevor was faster. He kicked her in the head. I dove for the knife, but he jumped me. As we struggled, he hissed, "Didn't I get enough action yet? Maybe I needed another baseball bat to get my kicks." I stopped, because right then I knew what he was up to. He asked Marie about Mr. Torres. Was he all right? Did he still get stomach aches? Marie lay on the floor by the bed, in shock, realizing it had been Trevor who almost killed her father. Then Trevor looked at me, added with a smile. And her. That's when it all went to pieces. Trevor ripped us apart, and he was enjoying it. Marie didn't understand. I tried to explain, apologized, but she wasn't listening. She kept asking me if I'd been there with Trevor, in their house. Trevor stirred things up even more. He told her it was me who had hit her over the head with a baseball bat, that I'd enjoyed it. I screamed in frustration, "No, that's not what happened." Tears streamed down Marie's face. She couldn't believe I would do that. Hurt her deliberately. God, I wanted Trevor to stop talking. I attacked him, scratched his face, hit him wherever I could. I hated him. He was twisting everything. I wanted to tell her that I was sorry. Yes, we robbed the house, and we got caught by Mr. Torres, but I never meant for anyone to get hurt. I didn't smash Marie's head. I panicked. I wanted to stop her from seeing me. When I realized how badly injured she was, I called the police. I tried to stay, but Trevor wouldn't let me. He pulled me by my hair into the van. But Marie wasn't listening. I was losing it, and I like to think I beat Trevor up pretty good. But Trevor punched back harder and faster. He was about to crack my skull. Marie clawed for the box beside her, opened it. She screamed, told us to stop, pointed that 9mm at us. Trevor went nuts, charged for her. She screamed, told him to stay back. She'd never shot a gun in her life. She wasn't going to start now. Trevor grabbed her by the shoulders and... What do you think you remember is not necessarily what really happened, or how others remember it. But Trevor fell back on the carpet, dead. That we all remember.
Mom, where are you? Did you get the journal?
I'll be down in a minute.
Aunt Marie is getting a little worked up here. She threatened to smoke a cigar. In your car.
Don't let her. Don't let her smoke. I love that car.
She knows you do. Get down here, Mom. You're taking like forever.
I'll be down in a minute.
Bring the journal.
Okay. Confession. I messed up. I should have checked everything and gotten it the proper way. I mean, I got most of it. Now, I didn't think that was going to continue in the story. I should have known that it would have continued the story, and that was my fault. That was my fault. I wanted to know more about what happened, more about their past, and what's, something that would lead up to it. I knew something happened, and in my mind, I was thinking that Marie did something to Trevor. I didn't know that Kelsey was there too, but I was like, Marie did something to Trevor to protect. Oh shit! I bet you that. I regret food rescue. I regret the science crush. I regret it all. My father could have died because of me. And my inability to pick real friends. Kelsey never was who she said she was. I never really knew her, it turned out. It's all been bullshit. I am so stupid. I should have realized it at that La light and walked away for good. Before someone died right in the room, I made him die. I pulled a trigger, made a bullet pierce his head, made his blood-soaked carpet drip through the cracks into the floor where it all remained forever. To bear witness to what I'm capable of, I can't stay here. Am I the same Reed? I don't know anymore. I could fix this. Fix me. Away from her. I have to focus on the positives in my life. Stop questioning myself. Why did she do it? Why did I do it? Do I deserve this? Am I an evil person? A killer? Shot him in the head, for Christ's sake. I could have gone for his leg. That caused an intrusive thoughts. I said they're the truth. I'm stronger than I look. I can do this. I would go up north to Uncle George, as Dad suggests. It's nice and cool up there. I'll be able to think and finish high school. I'm leaving this journal here because I need to keep it state in fresh pages. I'm sorry. Dear diary, maybe I'll send for you someday. And all of this is long over. And I've dealt with being murdered. I'm coming. Marie's room. Nice. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. The voice acting. Granted, I mean, in some parts when she's narrating, it could have used some work, but near the end there, when she was actually going into it about what happened that night, it really sounded like she was actually there, which is amazing. Wow, that was that was really good. That was absolutely good. That was cool. I should have actually. Oh, I didn't check the laptop. Oh my gosh. I should have checked the laptop. That would have probably given me my last clue. And then I would have been able to do it proper. I wonder if there's multiple endings. I don't know. Because it did say at the bottom right beside the one back, because I hit back so I can walk out and see if there was an ending sequence, but there wasn't. But it said new end or new ending or something like that. So I wonder if there was multiple endings. That was definitely my mistake. But that was an amazing story. He really was able. There was nobody in it. You didn't see any person at all, but it told a wonderful story. You played as one person. You got a in-depth history of that person, how they were, how they grew up, along with another person, and even then, a kind of a background, a preview of the personality of somebody else. Just by walking around the room, the developers that did this, they did a wonderful job. That is amazing. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching and coming along with this adventure with me in Marie's room. I enjoyed it a lot, and I hope you guys did too. I like doing some of these myself because of the story that they have. There's not much going on. There's no action. There's no graphics or anything like that. But it's just the story, the in-depth of what the developers came up with is absolutely amazing. But thank you guys for coming with me on this journey to a history of two friends. And it sounds like at the end they were able to get back together and reminisce and make amends. It sounded like Marie kind of went down track of smoking a cigar, from being this sweet, innocent girl to smoking a cigar. I don't know. But yes, thank you for being with me on this. I hope this touched you as much as it touched me. It definitely brought back memories of when I was a teenager in high school. So with that being said, please hit that like, please subscribe, hit that notification button. I will let you know when my next upload comes up. I'm going to try to do it more regularly. If there's anything out there that you guys want to see me play, please let me know in the comment section below or into the Discord, which is inside the description. I definitely like doing this for you guys and getting interaction from you guys and being able to do this. I do this as a hobby to be able to provide entertainment for you guys. So getting feedback from you is going to be, you know, is amazing in my opinion. So thank you again, and I shall see you guys in the next one.